Hey guys, I just received this planner from Rustico. I have shown you before, I have a few Rustico journals. I have a pen from their website. It's a retro 1951. Um, I love it. So I had left them a great review and they asked me if I would check out their planner and tell them what I think about it. So I'm going to start with just giving you some detail about it before I even start using it. So I just opened this. I've started to kind of dig through and find what I think are important details. So my first detail is look at how deep and clear and crisp that stamping is. I have a little collection of traveler's notebooks and the stamps have never looked this good. So that is the first thing that I noticed. Bam, that stamp really stands out. I love that. Some more attention to detail I think is really important. First of all, I didn't expect rings yet. So I still thought this was a traveler's notebook style. So when I saw these notches here, and that these notches are aligning a trifold, I thought that was really cool. So that's important to me because I'm not going to end up with kind of like this warped kind of thing happening later on. I love that attention to detail. The rings are nice and cleanly added. You've got your closure coming from the back instead of the side, which I feel like the side sometimes warps a little bit, and sometimes even though it's the exact same distance and I know I'm crazy, I feel like I'm gonna ruin it by pulling it from the side. So pulling it from the back and over just seems like I just feel like I'm not abusing it as much, if that makes sense. So it makes me feel better when I'm using it. Their copper stamp is just so cool, and their stamping on their leather is nice and simple. I just love the simplicity with style. You know, they make it look cool, but it's not so over the top stylized that it's not you anymore, if that makes sense. So I love that it's a trifold, and I love that they've thought ahead about lining up those notches. The paper, I don't think I've ever received anything from Rustic Co. that didn't have amazing paper in it. This feels beautiful. It looks beautiful. I love seeing the texture. It looks really expensive and artistic to me. Since I'm a photographer, I really pay attention to paper because I spent years printing in the darkroom, and paper just makes me so happy. And we really, I mean, when you're printing an image on paper, you could see a difference in price of quite a bit of money to get better paper. So the simplicity of their text is beautiful. I love this front page. I love that they've thought of making their icons a lighter gray so that it's not competing with the main text that they want you to see. And we've got a nice little quote here. Today's deadlines are tomorrow's accomplishments. And then how to use this planner. So a little bit of a disclaimer kind of thing here. I just want to give them full credit because they did send me this planner asking me to kind of check it out and test it for them. So I see a little typo here and I'm going to let them know. And this is a really cool thing here. So they have gone ahead and put in a sample used page so that you can see how they kind of where their mind was when they were designing this and how you might use it. So, for example, I've seen these areas being used for nice quotes, for decorating, for stickers. I like that they went ahead and said, hey, this is where we think you should put some goals. You could think about career goals. You could really design your month and give yourself some high points here. You might use it in the opposite direction as well and write goals and accomplishments. So I like that they've given you a functional way to use this planner, knowing that you might go ahead and design and get crafty on your own, but they're letting you know, hey, this is really a planner and you can organize yourself in here. So you've got an area for important dates where you might need to write more in your box, but you'll have a separate area to keep things a little bit more on track. I love that this kind of feels like a bullet journal in this area because I've been using bullet journals. I just started working a full-time job. I'm managing. I'm also running my own business at the same time, and I'm trying to stay on top of my creativity and my personal projects. So even though this planner is going to be for my workplace, I'm going to use this tracking area, and I want to use it to make sure that I'm maintaining a work-life balance and I'm not letting my clients take over my life, because I've worked in a gym before and it very quickly became everything about my clients and not enough for me. So I'm going to use that area for myself, and I think that's a good way for a lot of people to kind of focus on, did I spend time at home today? Did I work on myself? Did I get my workout done? So your text is all black, but then certain areas are gray, and I'll show you those later. We also have these listed pages. They come to you all in the back of the book, but you can obviously move them, and I think they would be a great way to kind of break up a week and put in some notes for your week, some lists for your week. I like the idea of cutting it in half sometimes and maybe making a list in the novel that I'm reading. I might make a list of vocabulary words I want to look up, or historical references that I might need to research. These pages make me so happy. They're so pretty. Smooth craft paper, but you can see some fibers in there. It's just so beautiful. And then the design that is printed atop is gray, not black, so it's not harsh. It's just this nice, easy thing to look at. Your cover page for a month and your year, if you want to watercolor it, if you want to design it, you want to, draw some graphics all over it, it's definitely there for you. This paper is so beautiful. It's going to make you creative. So I kind of keep things a little more simple, but I'll probably decorate for October because Halloween, of course. So you've got your monthly view, and again, attention to detail. They have made your monthly view all black on the chart area, but your dashes are light gray, which I love because that keeps each square looking a little cleaner, and then my writing will pop out a little more. So your monthly view, where you thought you might put some goals, where you might put a quote, and important dates. Then you go straight into your weekly view, which you've seen where your tracker is here, and you're tracking whatever you think is important. And then you've got your weekly, and this is where it gets extra cool, in my opinion. I can start here with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday if I want to. I can start here with Sunday, Monday, Tuesday if I want to. I can say, you know what, I'm only working 3 days this week. So I can make those only my work days, and then I can make this kind of a catch-all for who did I speak with this week, what kind of problems did I solve this week, and then I can have this lead into what needs to get done for next week before I get to next week. So I just love that freedom, and that works for me because of the way I work, the way my mind has to work when I'm at the gym, which is my workplace. So you get this nice little divider page between each new month. And I love, again, just how simple and classic it is. It's elegant, but it sticks to my style. So everything that I really love is rustic. It is kind of like Indiana Jones's girlfriend kind of style. And I love that this is going to stay my style, but still be professional. So I can't wait to show you what it looks like when I fill it in and start getting some planning done. October is going to be my first month in here, which is fitting because it's my favorite month. And I want to say thank you to Rustico for thinking of me and always supporting me on Instagram, and for sending me this planner. I really love it, and I'm not just saying that. It's completely my style. So thanks again. I'll show you guys when I have October all filled out, and it's going to be fun.